Do you think there's any negatives though for having 4-day work weeks?
Not that I can think of.
Maybe some people get bored.
That's true. Some people do get bored.
We wouldn't get bored.
Goodness, if you only knew what happens behind the scenes. Anyway, welcome to the BG Show. It's your boy, BG. I have the big question that I want to ask you today, and that is, how do you feel about a 4-day work week? Sit on that. Some of you are smiling right now. You're nodding your head. Because right now, most people who work full-time, we know this. They go to work 5 days a week for 8 hours a day, and it has been like that forever. But word on the street is, there's a mini revolution happening and people want to change that. We're talking about 4-day work weeks.
Oh, that's lovely.
That's what your
lovely.
friend said too.
Yes, please.
It's about 4-day work weeks.
It's about, oh, you're talking good.
Yeah, you like that, eh?
Oh, yeah.
Are you about that life?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tell me why.
Very much so, because my partner's a police officer and I see how much it benefits him.
It's about 4-day work weeks.
I think like people's mental health will be improved because like there's more to life than just working, and if you have passion and you're happy in life, you'll work better too.
And listen, it's not just people on the street who feel this way, but some politicians too. All right, before I go any further, because I know you want to know all that good details, I do need you to do a few things, like subscribing to this channel right now, tapping that notification bell, and make sure to follow us on all of our social media. Those details, by the way, are in the description below. Also, I want everybody to listen up. Hold up. At the end of the episode, we are announcing the winner of our massive giveaway, which includes a special BG Show Hennessy prize package and $1,000 in cash. You can't enter anymore. The competition is done, but we will reveal the winner at the end of the episode. All right, so listen to this. Ontario Liberal leader Stephen Del Duca. You might know who he is, you might not. I mean, it's going to take some time for him to get that name recognition. But he's promised that if the Liberals were to defeat Doug Ford in next year's election, and if they're elected in 2022, they will explore this idea of a 4-day work week. In fact, Del Duca has said he'll give it a shot, but he's not sure if the idea would work here in Ontario. I mean, can you trust politicians? You already know the answer. But that idea has now popped in a lot of people's heads, and it has a lot of people thinking about it in this city, across this province, across this country, and they kind of agree with it. Take a listen. Have you heard about the Ontario Liberals?
Yes.
They have this pilot program they said that they would implement if they're elected.
Let's see if they can do it.
But it caught your attention.
It can work. It's a lot of this right now until
Yeah.
you actually make the move and do something.
Parents have to go to work at a certain time, so the kids have to go at a certain time. Like the whole society needs a restructure.
I even think 4 days at school for kids
Yeah.
and give them an independent work day.
Yeah.
My son's in high school and that worked fabulous for them. They did 4 days and then an independent day, and so long as they had all their work done, it really didn't matter.
So the Liberals, listen to this. They're saying that the proposal is all part of a bigger plan to improve work-life balance for people in Ontario. But probably a lot of you are thinking, 4-day work week, 4-day work week. What the heck does that even look like? Well, let's break it down, because in some cases that means employees are working longer days, but they're still gonna be working 40 hours a week. While in other cases, it might mean you're working 7 to 8 hours a day, but reduced pay, so you lose a few coins, but you still have a longer weekend. Well, we posed those two scenarios to people on the streets. Here's what they had to say.
I think I'll do 8
You do
instead
the
of
five
yeah,
days,
5
8
days,
hours.
8 hours.
I think it's dependent on the job, honestly, because if you're doing something a bit more labor intensive, I think maybe a 10-hour workday with only 4 days a week makes a bit more sense. But maybe for a job like this, maybe just a regular 8-hour day, 4 days a week would be fine. I think it's give or take.
I mean, if the shifts are long, but if I get Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, I don't care.
So it depends what the 3 days off are.
Yeah, it depends. Yeah.
Now, the thing is, this is not some random idea that has not been done before, okay? It's not some brand new thing. Other countries around the world have had a trial run, like in Iceland, for example, as well as some other parts of the UK and Japan. And you know what? They've done so with overwhelming success. And a lot of people on the streets, they know that. And they think it would be a welcome change right here as well.
They have it in Europe in a lot of places, and it works fine. They say production is higher, the people are happier.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Holland, Amsterdam, somebody.
Oh, which country? Oh, I
Yes,
was like,
yes.
are you talking about hollandaise sauce?
No. Which country does it? I believe Amsterdam does
think
it as
Netherlands
well,
does it?
and it's
Yeah.
huge. It's hugely better for their mental health and everything else. It's massive.
Norway, Sweden, don't they have
They
4-day work
do,
week?
yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe the times are changing. Maybe people are seeing the benefits now.
Maybe.
Maybe.
I'm sure the employees see the benefits. I don't know if the employer sees them.
See, that's where it all comes down to.
Yeah.
Okay, so we talked about what the heck this thing is. Now let's talk about the benefits of a 4-day work week. Because let me tell you this, there's a lot of them, including the fact that people have tried the new system. They've reported better mental health and physical health, a better work-life balance, and just overall more time to do what they want with their lives. And I say this all the time. If you don't take care of you, then who gonna take care of you, boo? And it's not just good for the employees. Listen to this. Studies in the UK have found that it's also good for the environment, with fewer cars on the road, for example, fewer buses and trains needed to get people to work, and a lot less consumption of resources like water and hydro to power office buildings. Studies have also found that it improves overall productivity for companies. Employees with a shorter work week reported feeling more motivated, reported less burnout, and overall performed better at work. A lot of people think this actually makes a lot of sense. And when you think about it, I mean, it really does. And some people who already have a similar schedule, who we talk to, think that people should at the very least, be able to try it out.
So with the schedule that we have now, there've been many studies done as far as even for your own well-being, right? It is
Mental
just
health and
better,
everything.
healthier environment for you to be in, and so that we're rested, recovered, so that we can serve the citizens of Toronto in a
Thank you,
more
guys.
efficient and effective manner.
Yes! What do you do right now, if you don't mind me asking?
I work for the government for CRA.
Okay, do
Yeah.
they allow these flexible, like condensed shifts, like 4-day work weeks?
They do, actually, yeah.
What is it like to have, I guess, like an extra day off every other week?
It's nice. You get stuff done during the day
Yeah.
that you can,
And you still get paid full time?
yeah.
Oh my gosh. But here is the bigger question. You ready for it? Is this even feasible? Because is it really realistic to expect employees to get just as much work done in a shorter period of time, or to expect employees to work longer days than they already do and still be as productive? Here's the thing, okay? Let's have an honest conversation. Not everyone thinks so.
You're gonna rush your work, and I think that's the negative side of it. You have to do everything, reach the quota if you have that.
So we got the employee side of things, right? We know what employees are thinking, and overwhelmingly a lot of employees are saying, yeah, we want this, bring this on. But what about the companies? I mean, the people who pay the bills, right? Because we can want a lot of things, but if the employer can't afford it, then we ain't gonna have no bills to be paid because we ain't getting no paycheck. So what are business owners saying? Is this really something we can expect a small business to do and afford? Well, we do have some examples for you. There are some companies here in Ontario that have put the model into place already, including one agency called the Leadership Agency, and there's also a software developer called Tulip. And according to those two businesses, they say the trial has actually been extremely successful. And guess what? We found out while on the streets, because we live the streets, we're from the streets, even more businesses, both large and small, are actually starting to contemplate the idea themselves.
Well, it keeps employees fresh. And so, having a fresh mind and a fresh body is more productive than, someone who's tired and worn out.
I think she would definitely be interested. It's very much open communication here. So if the employees bring something to the table that they're all interested in, I think she would definitely take it seriously. I don't know if she'd necessarily say it herself, but I think she'd be supportive. Yeah.
Okay, so now for BG's take. All right, let me give you my take on this. 1 second here. I'm joking, there's nothing in here. There's nothing in there. It's just a prop. But I do have my water.
Put your water in the
So, listen to this. I definitely agree that there is only so many hours that people can work and be fully productive before you start to experience burnout. Like, can we just be honest with each other? Like, let's just talk real to real, because real knows real. But I also don't think that's a good enough excuse for workplaces to use as a reason to not even try a 4-day work week model, because we can at least try it. Personally though, I think the positives outweigh the negatives. And I can say this because I myself have worked both a full-time 5-day work week, and I've also worked a full-time 4-day condensed 10-hour-a-day work week in past life. So I know the pros and I know the cons, and I can say this definitely. I much preferred the 4-day work week, and here's why. Having 3 days off, okay, works so well for my lifestyle. I'm talking about my lifestyle. Like, when you think about it, okay, let's take a second. Having 2 days off, right? You have Saturday, Sunday if you have generic weekends off. Really, that just means having 1 day to do your errands, right? And the second day is legit for preparing yourself to go back to work, is it not? But having 3 days off actually allowed for me to use one of those days for errands. The second day was used to relax, take a mental health break, recharge my body, mind, and soul. I gotta take care of me. And the third day was used to prepare to return back to work. On top of all of that, if you live in a big city, and many of you who watch this show, you do, then likely you are already spending so much time commuting to and from work. For those who live in Brampton, I feel for you. The 410 is a hot mess. The 401 is even messier, and the Gardner and the DVP can go to hell. And that's time we do not get paid for, and we don't get back. So if I'm already spending half hour to an hour just getting to work, then does it not just make sense to spend a few more hours each day at work to get that third day off? Like, am I wrong or am I right? Am I wrong or am I right? Can I get a round of applause? Can I get a round of applause? Thank you. Thank you. That's how I justify it. That's how I justify it. All right? They have to do this. They have to clap. We do this 5 days a week. But literally, that's how I justify it. But I also do not think, can I be honest, that this model is something that every company or small business can actually implement. Here's the reason. If society as a whole is still operating on the Monday to Friday work week model, where, for example, kids still have to go to school and all, then this could pose a scheduling nightmare for businesses who still need to operate on those days. Now, I'm not saying it can't be done. No one ever said that. Those words never came out of my mouth. I'm just saying there likely will be increased costs to do so. And some businesses, the reality is, might not be able to afford it. But the thing is, if more workers start demanding this type of work week and they start making it a deciding factor in choosing where they want to work, then if the tide is big enough, if the wave is big enough, we might actually start seeing more businesses move to this model, and maybe, just maybe, it might become normalized. And I want to put this in your brain, okay? Because once upon a time, having Saturdays and Sundays off was not a normal thing, my friends. It was unions and their bargaining power that forced companies to implement weekends off for employees. Just saying, sip that tea. Anyways, what do you think? Let us know in the comment section right now. Let me know in the comment section right now. All right, this is the big wrap up. Let me wrap this all up. As many of you know, in celebration of my B-Day, which was on October 13th, shout out to the Libras in the house, we launched our biggest giveaway ever. It included a special BG Show Hennessy prize package, and listen to this, $1,000 in cash money. All legit, no fake. It's not Monopoly money. This is real dollars. So listen to this. The winner of the giveaway is, we're about to announce it. Can I get a drum roll, please? Drum roll, please. Sharika DaCosta from Milton, Ontario. Boop, 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 boop. Yep. You took all of our money. No, I'm joking. We saved for this one. We saved for this one. This budget show was saving our pennies for this one. Girl, just make sure you check out your DMs, check out your email. Our team is reaching out to you so we can get your contact information, so we can send over the prize package, and so we can send over your check. All right, give it up for Sharika. Make sure you give her some love in the comment section as well. And on that note, I think it's time to wrap this show up. BG Squad, before we do so, can you just do me one more favor? All right, if I have one more left to give. Subscribe to this channel, tap that notification bell, and make sure to follow us on all of our social media. And know that we will see each other next week. Love you for watching. Hey BG Squad, thanks so much for checking out our channel. And listen to this, we have more great content for you, like this video right here and this video right here. By the way, don't forget to subscribe to this channel right now and tap that notification bell.